him in the backfield that
22,
time.
yep,
22 that time makes the initial play. Then it looks like a 72 Gavin Moore in there to kind of clean it up.
Good defensive stand that
so
time by Davis.
Nice loss of 2 that time. It's going to bring up 4th and 11. They're going to have to kick the ball from their own end zone. So again, this should be a returnable ball. Good field position again for the Wolves.
4th and 11.
Looks like Parker is going to set up at about the Lindsay 45-yard line for this punt. So rugby-style kick, good punt. That kid has got a leg.
Catch that ball.
Tell you what, it hits about the 50-yard lines. It rolls about another, well, it rolls down to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah,
and again,
about 20 yards. Extra yardage we gave Lindsay's defense there.
Looked like it might have been a little bit over Parker's head, but I agree with you. We feel that we've got to
catch it.
Yeah, we don't give up as much yardage here. The balls, they do a good job kicking from their own end zone, flipping the field. We are now on the Davis side of the field at the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Davis looking to get something going on offense this drive after the 3 and out in the first series.
Davis in a double tight, double wing.
So Talaferro in motion. Fake handoff goes to 7.
Nice cut.
Dulaney,
make a move, young man.
Dulaney that time with the fake handoff. Keeps the ball himself. Cuts back inside. Is able to pick up about 15 yards on that carry.
Yeah, made a good cut there on the left side of the line. We had some good blocking there, and the young man made the right decision.
So 16 yards on that run. Is going to bring up. It's now on the Lindsay side of the field at the 48-yard line. So another first down here, or the first down for the Wolves of the ball game.
I know this is just our second series, Brad, but just looking at Lindsay across the front and across their linebacking core, they don't look I mean, they've got some good athletes. This number 8 on this end is a good-looking kid, but they don't look as tough as Kingston did last week.
No, they don't.
Not as impressive to me.
So handoff this time goes to the up back, and I'll tell you what, we just got beat up front that time. Parker had nowhere to go after that handoff, and it's going to be another loss. Just got beat. I couldn't tell if they came off the guard or the tackle.
I mean, it was the whole left side of the Lindsay defense. I mean, it didn't look like we blocked anybody on this side of the ball.
So it's going to be for no gain. It's a loss of 1, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now from they're going to mark it directly at the 50-yard line. So Dulaney back under center. Fakes the handoff. He's going to keep the ball. He's got some good positive yardage this time. Picks up I'd say about 5 yards on that carry.
Yeah, I had some decent blocking here on this right-hand side. You got to get to that corner and go.
Kind of stumbled there when he got around the corner. He had a nice little lane there for a few minutes. That stumble kind of allowed him to catch up.
We sit up here and talk like it's easy. It's not an easy job. You're, one play you're getting hit before you can hand the ball off, and the next play I'm mad because, you didn't, get your head up and make a move and run for a touchdown. So
brings up 3rd and 6 now from the Lindsay 45-yard line. This is going to be the Wolves' second possession, and both possessions have started on the Lindsay side of the field.
Again, Wolves in a double tight. No, excuse me. We got a wide receiver out to the near side.
So we look to throw. The ball is in the air. Nice catch that time by McGahey.
Nice throw by Delaney.
Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Catches it along the sidelines where nobody else was there. Could make a play on it. Ball comes down to about the 28-yard line and first down for the Wolves.
Tell you what, that was tight coverage too by Lindsay. I mean,
looks like they're going to mark it at the 32-yard line, not 28. I apologize.
Good concentration by the receiver, good protection for the quarterback, and good things happen. McGahey
is really starting to turn into a weapon at receiver out there for him.
Yep. Whenever you don't throw the ball, less than 10 times a game, you get a couple of catches. That's quite a bit.
So 13-yard reception there. The Wolves line up in that heavy formation again here, with Webb being the sole running back. The handoff goes to Webb, makes the first gentleman miss, kind of falls forward there for some positive yardage.
Yeah, kind of trying to, looks like a little bit of a new wrinkle to get Webb a little bit wider instead of running him between the tackles all the time. We're getting him a little bit wider in his direction there.
So pickup of 2 yards by Webb. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Wider in that path.
So Dulaney and Tate Ward both in now at receiver. So 2 receiver look coming out of this flex bone again. Dulaney is going to line up in the shotgun formation. Fake goes to the tailback. Dulaney's going to keep it. He's kind of upended there, but nice run that time by Dulaney on the fake handoff. Just kind of it was a dedicated quarterback read and run. Good pickup.
Yeah, you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Vince Young from Texas. You know, that was kind of the bread and butter that they ran, you know, there several years ago. The quarterback's got the option, kind of fakes the wingback reverse coming this way, has an option to give it to him, possibly an option pitch out option for him there, but as well as to keep the delay up the middle.
So big third down here, 3rd and 4 from the 26-yard line of Lindsay. Wolves driving here, heavy formation again. This time goes quick pitch goes to Cooper Webb, just not a whole lot there.
Again, that play just looks a little bit too slow to be developing. We've got to, of course, it doesn't matter what play you call, you got to block, you got to run hard. Lindsay just kind of beat us to the point of attack on that one.
Looks a little congested. I'd like to see that pitch go out just a little bit further out, kind of get the edge a little bit more. I know it's by design to go back inside, so it's going to bring up 4th and 3 now. The first quarter's got 26 seconds left, so we'll see if we can get this play off before the end of the first. But 4th and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Lindsay's running around. Maybe we can get him to jump off sides here. Or we're going to pick it up.
Quarterback keeps. He breaks the line of scrimmage. He is still running, gets down to around the 14-yard line. So Dulaney on 4th and 3 does a good job of making the initial guy miss, keeps the ball, and is able to pick up the first down.
Nice, strong run by the quarterback there.
So Davis, for the first time in the PT Central red zone, with the ball now at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Again, the first quarter is going to come to an end. Lindsay currently leading 3-0, but the Wolves driving at their Lindsay 14-yard line. With that, we will take a real quick break. You're listening to the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson and the Howe Group. We'll be back. So we are back. We're going to take a real quick break here and go to our Jones Jeweler sideline report. Let's go out to Duncan now. He is out. Duncan, let's what's going on out there? Now, Duncan, I can't hear you. Let's see if we've got some sound coming your way.
Yeah, I couldn't hear him as well. Here.
So it looks like we were having some technical difficulties, but I got Duncan back on here. Duncan?
We are on here. On behalf of the media group out here, we would like to apologize to our sponsors and anybody who's watching at home. We are having some technical difficulties out here, but we are trying our best to keep everything as straight as possible.
So while you were talking there, Duncan, we had a offsides call from the defense. So ball's currently at the 14, but it's going to be moved up to the 9-yard line. Second quarter is about to start. 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. So Duncan, what group do you work with? Tell somebody a little bit about who you're with.
I am here with the WOLF, the Howl. We are a media team of Davis High School students, just trying to help our community, bring sports to those who wish they could be here but sadly can't.
So Dulaney back under center here. Dulaney hands off back to Parker on a kind of a counter run, and Parker is able to get into the end zone. That's a touchdown right there. So the Wolves are able to answer on the 9-yard run by Parker. So Dane Parker on that run. 11:54 to go here in the second quarter. The Wolves take their first lead of the game.
Nice looking play. That was kind of.
So 11:54 to go here in the second quarter. The Wolves line up to kick the extra point. So here we go. Dustin Johnson has joined me back now. So
sorry, we had to do some little headset swapping there to get Duncan on the broadcast.
So Parker here to kick the extra point. The kick is up. Kick looks like it is good. So the Wolves are able to take their take not only their first lead of the game, I think that's actually the first lead of the season. So 7-0 or 7-3 now. The Wolves lead with 11:54 to go in the second quarter.
Brad, I tell you what, we just, things started clicking on that drive. We threw the ball with a little bit of success. We went for it on fourth down and was successful and got it. We mixed up our play calling there. We're seeing a little bit of the playbook open up now.
Nice drive that time. The Mac Trailer scoring recap, 9 plays for 65 yards. Touchdown by Parker there on the 9-yard TD run. But really nice drive, both throwing and running the ball, able to pick up some positive yardage and able to punch the ball and get their first lead.
Yeah, Wolves' offense was able to shake off that, the first drive they had there, that was unsuccessful, and was able to come back and get some points on the board.
So it looked like in that drive, it looked like Lindsay really struggled with the quarterback run game. So I expect we will see a lot of that. Not that that's not already a staple of our offense, but I expect to see more and more of it. It looks like kind of caught them off guard a little bit, or they struggled to adapt to the run.
Yeah, and we're definitely running some plays, opening up that playbook. We're seeing Cooper Webb getting some, toss sweep. We're seeing Colin Delaney with some quarterback, read option type plays up the middle, and then again the reverse there. We're running, a twins heavy to one side. We're doing some different things.
And I told you that they've been working a lot of shotgun. I think this is the first time we've seen them running plays out of the shotgun this season. It's all been under center up till now. So Parker back to kick the kickoff here. Ball is up in the air. It's going to come down at about the 30-yard line. 14 receive. He's got a little bit of a lane there. Lost a little bit of contain. He's got the edge. Good job that time by the Wolves of bringing him down at about the 45-yard line, but it looks like it is going to be a horse collar call on the Wolves. There is a flag down. So kind of lost containment out there on the edge.
Yeah, it was kind of like horse collar or nothing at that point.
Yeah, it's either horse collar or touchdown, so I think we'll take the horse collar.
Yeah.
So that's going to move the ball onto the Davis side of the field after the penalty.
And unfortunately, just being in a bad position is what forces you to make that tackle and with that way.
So Lindsay starts first and 10 now from the looks like about the 38-yard line, the Wolf 38-yard line. Actually, it looks like 39 maybe. Wolves in twins formation to each side. Quarterback is in the shotgun formation with single back to his right. Quarterback looking to throw is going to put the ball up. There's some pressure up front. He rolls out. He is looking to go downfield. Oh, beautiful catch that time. Tell you what, played well defensively that time by Parker, but he's able to get the ball up over the top of Parker. Parker leaps for it. It's unable to come down with it, and the receiver catches it just over the top of him. He's going to come down at about the 3-yard line. It's going to be first and goal now on that 36-yard pass.
And the quarterback just extended that play there. We had pretty good coverage on him until about the inside the 10-yard line, around the 5-yard line. The quarterback was able to just kind of wing it on the run there and actually made a very good pass.
So the ball is at the 2-yard line. So actually 37-yard to pass.
Don't play defense inside the end zone. Good job, McGahey. Get up there closer.
So PT Central red zone again for handoff goes to 8 this time. 8 kind of falls forward, is able to pick up what looks like a touchdown, and it is a touchdown. So the Leopards immediately answer there on the 37-yard strike. And then the 2-yard touchdown run to come back to take the lead again. So they line up to kick the extra point. Again, that gentleman he's got plenty of leg. We've already seen it off of the long field goal in his kickoffs. So 11:09 to go. Lindsay now leading 9-7 with the extra point to come. So the kick is up, and it is good. It's going to make the score now 10-7. Lindsay now leads with 11:09 to go.
That didn't take long.
Nope. The Mac Trailer scoring recap there is 2 plays for after the penalty, actually 39 yards. So Lindsay takes back the lead. And again, that time the defense I didn't think played well. It was really well played. Good positioning by the defender. Sometimes the ball is, again, Parker was just not quite tall enough to make a play on that ball. Went over the top of him. In good position, the receiver makes an outstanding play. Kind of makes a leaping catch.
Yep.
9-9-7.
So with 11:09 to go, Lindsay now leads 10-7. They look to kick off. Back deep for the Wolves is Talaferro, and then also McGahey and Mann. So Lindsay kind of showing off that high-powered passing game that we kind of expected to see some of.
Yep, quick strike.
Good pitch and catch that time.
To the far side for the Wolves, number 13, Zach Mann. To the near side, number 31, Colton McGahey, the deep man. Number 7.
So 8 to kick for Lindsay.
That's Caden Merrill. I believe that's the young man that made the touchdown.
Merrill with a high kick this time.
Block,
Ball's going to hit about. Oh, that's two players actually ran into each other trying to field the ball. It goes off of them. It's a live ball, and Lindsay comes up with the return, comes up with the fumble. So Lindsay's gonna get that again. Two offensive players for the Wolves. Both kind of ran into each other. The ball hit them, bounced free, and Lindsay is able to recover on what wasn't an onside kick, but unfortunately they're still able to get it deep. So incompletion is going to bring up 2nd and 10 now from the 27-yard line. Again on the Davis side of the field after the muffed kick return. Quarterback's in pistol formation. Handoff goes to running back. He is met immediately by Parker in the backfield. That is number 10, which is, I don't want to call him the wrong one, so that's Dane Parker. You know, I've almost got this down now because Trey and 20 both start with T, so maybe I can remember that, right?
Yeah, I think Trey should be number 3, and that would just end it.
There we go. That'd be perfect.
That would fix it, yeah.
Okay, so lost a yard, 1 yard on the play, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 11 from the 29-yard line now. Quarterback in the shotgun formation, twin set both. He's looking to go deep. Coverage kind of breaks down. He kind of takes off on his own. He's able to get, I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down, but a nice run that time where everybody downfield was covered. He said, I'm just going to take it on my own, and that's going to bring up a 4th and short.
Don't jump off sides.
It's going to be a 4th and 1. So Lindsay again looking at the now at the 19-yard line in the PT Central red zone again for the evening.
Lindsay's quarterback just looked to the sidelines to see what to do, but he unfortunately was looking at the Davis sideline.
And then it looks like Lindsay jumps offside there. So the receiver went early. Both receivers went early. So kind of some confusion on the Lindsay side. It's going to move that back. It's going to be 4th and what was a 4th and 1 is going to now be a 4th and about 6. Actually, a little bit more than that. Let's see where it's marked at. Ball's going to be moved back outside of the PT Central red zone. Now looks like they're going to mark it at the 24-yard line. So 4th down still for the Leopards. 4th and 6 from the 24. Two receivers to each side. Quarterback in shotgun formation, looking to throw the ball again. The quarterback's going to try and keep it, but he's going to be brought down for a loss. Tried to go back to the well of what he ran a couple plays earlier with everybody covered downfield. He was just going to tuck it and run, but that time played very well by Parker and a couple other defenders there, and he's going to be dropped for a loss, or not a loss, but he's unable to pick up the first down, and the Wolves will take over.
Be a turnover on downs there by the Wolves defense. It's kind of feast or famine, you know. I mean, that's just kind of the way these offenses work.
So the Wolves now at their own 24-yard line, 1st and 10. 9:40 to go in the second quarter, currently trailing 10-7 to Lindsay. So we're in the traditional wishbone now. Full house goes to the up back there. Let's see who that is. I believe that was number 22, Parks. Parks showed off some quickness there. Nice first run there out of the traditional wishbone. Parks was the fullback in that one. Ball's going to come down. It's going to be marked at the 29-yard line now, so it'll be about 2nd and 5. Tomlinson runs the play in. He's going to line up at tight end. So, again, still in the full house wishbone right here. Dulaney under center. Dulaney this time is going to keep. He pitches out on the perimeter to number 20, Parker, and Parker is just kind of submarined out there after what's probably going to be a loss. Again, doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage there.
86, McKee on the stop for Lindsay.
So McKee for Lindsay makes the stop. It's going to bring up third and about 7. Actually, 3rd and 8 from the 26-yard line. So again, need to get some yardage here so we can flip the field.
Third and long.
So 3rd and 8, 8:29 to go in the second quarter. Lindsay currently leading 10-7. The Wolves this time come out in flex bone. We have, unfortunately, we have one of our young men jump offside, and that's going to bring us back 5 yards. So illegal procedure that time by the Wolves is going to bring up 3rd and 13 now. No, coaches will not like that. What was a 3rd and long is now going to be 3rd and longer.
Illegal procedure against the Wolves.
So the ball is going to be at the 21-yard line.
Third and long for the Wolves.
So 2 receivers to one side, a single receiver to the opposite side for the Wolves. Dulaney looking to pass, puts the ball up in the air, kind of goes through the hands of Talaferro there on the outside receiver, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Wolves punt team is going to be coming out.
Yeah, even with the completion there, would have caught it on about the 25.
Still going to be short.
Yeah, still going to have to make a extremely athletic move to get the first down from the 25.
And that was going to be a hard throw. You know, it was on the run. It was on a rollout. Had to put the ball with some touch over the top of the defender.
At 4th and 7, you know, maybe we pick that up. But at 4th and 12.
4th and 12, it's hard to do. So Parker to kick. Parker's punt goes up, short punt goes almost straight up and straight down. So not necessarily what we wanted from a punt. So that's going to be marked down. It looks like they're going to mark that down at the 30-yard line. So
just a quick veer there to the left side of Lindsay's line, just a stretch play, man-on-man blocking. Was able to get to the second level before we touched him.
So it's going to be marked at about the 23-yard line there, 7 yards on that play.
Second and 2.
Same play.
Fake this time to the handoff. Quarterback's going to run right up the middle, and tell you what, he got hit by a couple different defenders there. Hammond's in there. I saw he was one of the first ones off the tackle.
It'll be close to a first down, though.
See where they mark it. It is close, and it is a first down. It'll bring up 1st and 10. Ball's now at the 20-yard line. So, again, Lindsay again in the PT Central red zone. I think that's for the 4th time this evening. Again, so far they only have 10 points on the board, but they've been in the red zone 4 different occasions. So Lindsay back in the pistol formation, 2 receivers to one side. Handoff goes to that same side, running a power look. Good time that time by stretching the play out at defensive tackle there. I believe that was
much better job by the defense there of reading that play early and
I think that was Lathan Dickinson there at defensive end. And again, looks like there's also a flag down on that play, which I think is going to be a holding call. And it is going to go against Lindsay, so we're going to move that back a little bit.
Flag down on the play against Lindsay.
So the hold on Lindsay is going to move the ball back 10 yards. The ball's going to be placed at the 30-yard line. It's now 1st and 20.
Again, we're going to have to play smart here. Don't let them off the hook.
So 2 receivers to one side, single receiver to the other. He looks to throw the ball. He's going to go. It's he originally looked for number 8, who's kind of been their go-all here. He tipped the ball up, then went to number 15. 2 different receivers for the Leopards. Both touched the ball. Neither of them are able to come up with it, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. So 2nd and 20 now from the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that second receiver out, that's number 15, just kind of ran a little, dipsy-do in and out.
Yep.
And
looked like their spacing was a little tight there. I think they probably would have kind of overran each other's route. So quarterback looks to throw.
Come up.
Ball goes out to number 15.
Good job, Tough.
That time, good job by Hammonds coming up in coverage. A little one-on-one play there where they put the running back in motion. He just kind of dumped the ball to the running back, said see if Hammonds can tackle him in space, and he did. It's going to bring up 3rd and 16, so a gain of 4 on that play. Ball is at the 26-yard line. And I'd like to say that we are not in their field goal range, but I've seen that kid kick. I wouldn't be surprised, even if we were able to stop here, if they don't kick a long field goal. So
right now you just
now we just want to get off the field.
Limit the first down.
So quarterback looks to throw. He's going to put the ball up again, looking to go across the middle. That nice job that time by Hammonds of making contact just as the ball arrives. Played very well. Wasn't early at all. Got there right when the ball did. Breaks the play up. It's going to bring up 4th and 16.
And it looks like they're just far enough back that Lindsay's going to decide to go for it on this 4th down. I tell you what, that quarterback was reading receivers. He started on the left side and looked at the outside receiver, the next receiver in, and then went to the 3rd receiver before he let go of that ball.
He definitely went through his progressions there. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, so, and I believe Lindsay's receivers, too, are kind of altering their patterns based on what they see, from the Davis Wolves. It's not a predetermined pattern whenever they break the huddle.
So quarterback looking to throw. There's a little pressure. He's just going to put the ball up in the air, and that's uncatchable. He tried to go to that back end zone.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. The quarterback read one thing, and the receiver that I was looking at, number 15, really didn't think he had any intention of catching the ball on that play. He never looked back for the ball. He ran his route and never looked back, and the quarterback was wanting to throw him the ball.
So good job by the Wolves there, getting off the field again after, giving up no points after being in their own red zone again. So, again, keeping Lindsay's been in the red zone 4 times, only able to come up with 10 points. Now 6:42 to go in the first half. The Wolves are going to take over at their own, it looks like at their own 26-yard line. Handoff goes to the tailback that time, Parker. Parker's able to fall forward for a couple. Wolves came out in the traditional full house backfield there. Went to the heavy side there with Tomlinson at tight end kind of leading the way. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 from the 29-yard line. So I'd like to see a 6-minute drive right here that results in points. So Wolves this time out in the flex bone. Talafero goes in motion. Quarterback looks to keep, breaks the initial line of scrimmage, still running at the 40-yard line, gets down to about the 45-yard line, 44-yard line. Again, he was seamed up there right at the line of scrimmage, somehow squeezes through that, is able to pick up some good positive yardage. The ball's going to be marked at the 44-yard line now after that first down run.
It just takes repetition. It takes experience. That's Mr. Dulaney's learning it on the fly here. We block that play several different ways. Get to the corner, keep your feet moving, get a first down. That young man's doing a pretty good job when he's got good blocking.
Full house wishbone behind Dulaney under center. Dulaney this time hands off to the tailback. Talafero's got some room. Gets to the 45. Gets to the Lindsay 45-yard line. Gets across midfield. So that'll be another first down. Gain of about 11 yards on that run.
We're mixing up our play calling. We're getting some good blocking from our offensive line. We're running backs are running hard.
So 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Wolves on a drive here, trailing 7-10.
To the Lindsay 44-yard line.
Ball's at the 44-yard line. Dulaney back under center, full house wishbone behind him. Handoff goes to number 20, Parker. Parker kind of able to squeeze through. There was not much there, but kind of able to squeeze through and pick up what he can.
Yeah, positive yard there.
It's going to be a pickup of about 2 yards. Ball's going to be marked at the what looks like about the 43-yard line, so gain of 1. Clock continues to tick. 4:45 to go in the first half. 2nd and 9 now for the Wolves. Dulaney back under center.
Lindsay running like a 5-4 defense with a safety up tight.
Dulaney this time hands off to Parker. Parker falls forward, makes the first guy miss, able to pick up some more positive yardage there. Gets the ball pickup of about 4 yards there. Let's see where they spot it.
Yep, that's just a halfback left play. That's man-on-man blocking up there with the double tights. You just got to get her done. We're going to bring up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 from the 39-yard line. Again, we're definitely in what would be, I would assume, fourth down territory if we have to go there. 3:57 to go in the first half.
Number 8, Lathan Dickinson in at halfback, left halfback for the Wolves.
Dulaney back under center. 2 tight end look. Handoff goes to number, I believe that was 7, Talafero. Talafero picks up a couple, but it's going to be short.
7, Toby Talafero.
Yeah, it looked like we had that blocked a little bit more to the inside. He kind of ran outside, of where the blocking was kind of leading him that time.
So it's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and 3 now from the 37-yard line. So that clock continues to click. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Coach Parker's going to take a timeout here when the clock runs down.
So the Wolves currently trailing 10-7 to Lindsay.
The Wolves are on a march, though. We're facing fourth and about 4 yards here with 3 minutes to go before halftime. It's it's an important play. We need to get it right.
So Parker with the timeout for the Wolves, and with that, we will also take a timeout. You're listening to the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson. We'll be back. So we are back. The Wolves facing a big 4th and 3 here. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Currently at the Lindsay 37-yard line, trailing 10-7. Dulaney under center, flexbone formation. Handoff is fake to the fullback. Quarterback keeps, and he's going to pick up the first down. Fake to Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb kind of is a lead back there, kind of just blows through the hole. The quarterback does a straight follow behind him, is able to pick up the first down. So 1st and 10 now for the Wolves at the 31-yard line.
Good pickup. I think the Wolves are 2 for 2 on 4th downs tonight.
So 2:52 to go in the first half. Ball's at the 31-yard line. 2 tight end look, full house wishbone. Dulaney under center. Handoff goes to the up back Parker. Parker makes the first guy miss. Kind of falls forward there. Nice run that time by Parker. That was 10, Dane Parker.
Yep, good blocking on the left side of the line there by the Wolves.
Gain of about 4 yards.
That's the positive yards you need on 1st down right there.
So the ball is now at the 27-yard line. That clock continues to tick.
Yeah, Lindsay just brought in the run stopper there at nose guard.
So went back in the full house wishbone. Handoff goes to 20, Trey Parker this time. There's just not a whole lot there on that play.
To the 27-yard line.
Positive yardage, but not much. Gain of about 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 from the, let's see where they mark it. I'm thinking it's going to be at the 26, 27-yard line, right in that general range.
Another big 3rd down here for the Wolves. We don't need to get all of it. We can get most of it.
So a minute 45 to go here in the first half. Back in the flexbone now. Dulaney's going to keep. He just didn't have anywhere to go that time. They read it very well. Had the pitch out there. I would have liked to have seen him pitch it, but again, he's been very successful with that up to this point.
Yep, he's had success running it. But that's what's difficult about playing that quarterback position. You can't go out to the end of the line of scrimmage, with something predetermined in your head. You got to read that.
So it's going to bring up 4th and 5 now for the Wolves. There's about a minute 15 to go before halftime. So the Wolves are going to call timeout on this 4th and 5 play. Big play here. The ball at the Lindsay 26-yard line. The Wolves currently trailing 10-7 to the Leopards. With that timeout, we will also take a quick timeout. You're listening to the Howell broadcast of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. So another big fourth down here, Dustin. We've been able to convert the first two. We got another one here, 4th and 5. Minute 12 to go in the first half. Ball at the Lindsay 26-yard line. The Wolves currently trailing 10-7.
If we can get Colin Delaney a little bit of protection here, I'd like to slip a halfback or maybe even our tight end out and get this first down.
So the Wolves line up again, 2 tight end formation. Full House Wishbone lines up behind him.
Look how tight Lindsay is. We need to slip a tight end out there. And
it is going to be a pass play. The ball is up just off the fingertips of Tyler Tomlinson. It was exactly what you're talking about. They loaded everybody within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. They went over the top of Tomlinson just off his fingertips, and it's incomplete, and they're going to turn – the ball is going to be turned over on downs back to Lindsay. Yep. So what was a very successful, it looks like that was about a 11-yard drive, or excuse me, 11-play drive, comes up short. Lindsay takes over with 1:07 to go in the first half, currently leading 10-7.
Just like I said, a little bit high, a little bit of touch on that ball. Lindsay did have a defender coming. You know, the safety was coming, but that's the play you're looking for. You had everything you needed, just got to be able to execute a little bit better.
So we got a hold here for 1:07. We got the ball coming out of halftime. Quarterback drops back to pass. Pass goes to number 14. He's got a whole lot of space to work. Again, just didn't want to get beat over the top. He picks up the first down, but doesn't take a lot of clock off.
A minute to go before half, I'm okay with that. You know, we don't like to, give up that kind of yardage on, at the beginning of the quarter.
Not able to pick up a first down, but he does get down to the 35-yard line. Quarterback looks to pass again. This time it is a screen. Screen goes to the tailback. Tailback is he's hit by a couple defenders, able to pick up the first down. He still hasn't went down. So 32 seconds to go. The ball is now going to be spotted at about the 48-yard line.
Well executed screenplay there at the time by Lindsay. They're trying to get into field goal range.
So 1st and 10 now, about the 48-yard line. Again, 32 seconds to go. You are exactly right. We saw the young man's leg earlier when he kicked that field goal. He does have a lot of room to kick. I don't know what his range is, but I'll tell you what, he looked good both in warm-ups and he looked good kicking that field goal. He had a lot of room on that last one he attempted. So
yeah, I'd say if they get maybe 20-yard line, they'll definitely.
I think you're probably right.
Give the young man a chance to kick it.
So they're going to have to pick up about 28 yards, I think, to get into kind of field goal range. Only 32 seconds to go. So again, like to limit the catches to everything underneath. Get out of this field again. 32 seconds.
Yep. And the key is getting pressure on that quarterback. Don't let him just sit back there and let the receivers run all the way to the end zone and let him unload.
So 32 seconds to go. Lindsay currently leading 10-7. They are on the Davis side of the field on the 49-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Again, but your clock is your enemy here. 32 seconds to go for Lindsay.
Fans, they are still cooking hamburgers at the Hamburger Fry at the north end of Little Field.
So the Leopards look back to throw. They're looking to throw the ball downfield on a stop-and-go route. Talaferro in there to make a play on the ball. Played well by Talaferro. Both Talaferro and the young man that was at receiver both fought for the completion. Both of them come up short.
Yeah, I know this is high school football and high school refs, but I guarantee you if the defensive man had made contact, initiated that contact the way the offensive receiver did in that situation, when we had the best play on the ball, that would have been a flag. That would have been defensive pass interference, but because it was the offensive receiver that initiated that contact, no flag.
Well, and Talaferro gets kind of shook up on that play, so that means Magehe has to come out at corner now.
Yeah, Seven was going for the football. He had his hands up, and the Lindsay offensive receiver kind of clipped him in the ribs.
So 25 seconds left in the game. 2 receivers to each side of the field for Lindsay. Shotgun formation. Shotgun formation. Snap goes to the quarterback. He's looking to throw the ball downfield. He's got a man open. I'll tell you what, we caught a break there. He had a
young man
break
just
open
it.
there, about 15 yards downfield. Just kind of dropped the ball. Very catchable pass. Good pass.
Yep.
Just can't come up with the ball. Clock again. Very little rolls off the clock, though. It's quick play. Still 21 seconds to go. It's now 3rd and 10 from the 49-yard line.
Now you're in defense mode that's protecting, for the touchdown, and Lindsay's probably just looking to get the first down here.
Twin formation to each side. Quarterback looks to throw. There's some pressure on the quarterback, and he is brought down by number 78, Greg Billy, on a sack. Nice play that time. Just kind of getting the shoestrings.
Yeah, Billy and Webb were both back there in the backfield.
So it's going to be a loss on that. It's going to bring the ball back to the Lindsay side of the field now at their 49-yard line. It's going to be about 4th and 12. They're going to let the clock roll. They're going to let the clock tick off. That is halftime. Lindsay currently leading 10-7 over the Wolves in a very tight game. Lots of very well played defensively for the Wolves in the first half.
I mean, we've kind of been hot and cold. We've been our own worst enemy. We've had drives that we did, get anything but negative yards, and we've had good positive drives and just come up a little bit short. We've went for it on a couple of 4th downs. I think we're kind of we've got an aggressive mindset from our coaching staff tonight, and you have to. We're at home and we're behind. And we're playing for a home playoff spot.
So we are now we are at halftime. Wolves currently trailing 10-7. They'll get the ball to start the second half and look to build on some of their momentum in the first half. So
yeah, we need to get in at halftime and really chart those plays that were successful for the Wolves on offense and try to get us back in an offensive rhythm and do the things that we had some success with. We've seen some different things tonight. Defense is hanging in there. I think this is a very winnable ball game, but we're going to have to play hard for 4 quarters, and again, no penalties, no turnovers. So very good, close ball game here tonight, Davis.
So while the two teams take a break here at halftime, we will also take a halftime break. 19 minutes to go in halftime, and we will be back shortly. So you're listening to the Howl broadcast of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson coming to you live from Davis Field for homecoming. We'll be back after half.
Thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you guys for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the pride of Lindsay. The band is under the direction of Shelby Sanders and Stephen Watson and led on the field by drum majors Deron Parker and Tony Lopez. The show for the season is called We Are Heroes, and tonight they will be performing Superman, featuring solos by Emma Smith and Lizzie Sparkman, Batman, and the Avengers, drum majors. Drum majors, is your band ready? You may take the field for your halftime performance. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Lindsay. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Lindsay. Ladies and gentlemen, entering the field for the west sidelines, Davis Schools proudly presents the pride of the Arbuckles, the Davis High School Marching Wolves Band. Under the direction of band director Mr. Samuel Key and drum major Caitlin Bassett, this season's halftime show is a tribute to Stevie Wonder with hits Superstition, Don't You Worry About a Thing, and Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours. Drum major, is your band ready? You may take the field for tonight's performance. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the Arbuckles, the Davis High School Marching Wolves Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the group running the Arbuckle, the Davis High School Marching Orders Band.
Second. I want to.
Now you're there.
Now I'm there.
Yeah,
now
there
you
you
can
go.
actually hear me. So we're back now. Just a couple minutes early. I wanted to come back and I want to apologize to our sponsors and everything, all our viewers out there. For whatever reason, we've had a few technical difficulties, but we're doing our best to keep the game going as much as possible without really a whole lot of interference. So we're doing everything we can to try to keep this up and running because we don't want anybody to miss out on this good game. So I just wanted to jump on here and get that message out there. So I appreciate Brad for letting me jump on here for just a second. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, whatever it takes. It's kind of like a football game.
Yeah, you do what you got to do.
We're here at halftime. We're making some adjustments, and then we're going to keep playing.
Right. All right. Well, I'm going to let Brad jump back in here, and you guys hopefully will get back to playing some ball this second half.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Dustin. I'm glad Bobby could show me up there for a little bit his brief time. So here we go. We've got some individuals.
This is the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, which is down there now. Looks like Eddie Branch is down there, class of '78, which is really cool. We also have Jenny Melton down there getting introduced to the Davis Hall of Fame, which is really cool. And looks like Casey Kilblain is also down there. So I can tell you all three of those individuals are very deserving, give back to the community. I know Jenny is in charge of a Beautiful Day Foundation, which is great, given to the elementary school. Casey has always been a big supporter of the
Davis
Wolves. Education. I can tell you she was involved in the sign project several years ago.
And Pete Bird's down there in place of Eddie Branch. Pete Bird every year at the All Sports Banquet gives an award that is in memory of Eddie Branch, one of the best football players to ever play at Davis.
Well, I know Eddie Branch, the Eddie Branch family still to this day calls and checks in and donates to the school, donates to the program.
Absolutely.
That's cool that Pete is down there. I know we saw Pete a couple weeks ago during Davis Sulphur, and I know we were talking to him before the game started. And
he was an honorary.
He was an honorary captain. And I'll tell you what, he wanted to suit up. He was down there talking about suiting up then. So,
well, I tell you what, Pete Bird has been such an institution at Davis. I don't know if I could even begin to name all the things that he's done for this community and this school program, and he's just such a class gentleman, and he's just a super upstanding, cool guy to be around. Loves to talk about Davis football. I can't say enough good things about Pete Bird.
We're really happy for all three of the individuals down there. Again, big deal getting introduced into the Hall of Fame.
Yep,
so
Davis High School Hall of Fame.
That's cool.
Speech tournaments and plays with Mr. Schilling and vocal productions with Mrs. McGee.
So both teams back out onto the field. Minute 7 to go before the second half kick. The Wolves will receive the ball in the second half. Both teams loosening up here, getting ready for the second half to go.
Her family have deep roots at DHS. They have been 3 generations.
So proud for Casey down there. Hugh's a good friend as well. I know Casey, the family is really involved in multiple activities. Again, they're announcing Casey right now down there, so that's why we talk about her and the family. But good family gives back a lot to the community and the school, which we never can get enough of.
If you ask Casey, she will say the best job she has is being Hugh's wife, Trevor Paxton's mom, Granny Sue's daughter, and sister to Colt and Clay. She is passionate and devoted to her family.
So 16 seconds go here. We're about to get the second half kickoff. Hopefully you guys are at home watching this game if you're not in the stands, because again we've had a good first half. 10-7. Lindsay currently leads.
Yeah, Brad Bobby told me that we are streaming this whole broadcast through his phone.
So that's what happens when you have technical difficulties sometimes.
I guess so. I have no idea how any of this works. They just, give me the headset and say, talk about football.
Dustin, you and I have learned long ago that as far as setting up, I don't think we have any skills to do that whatsoever, but both of us have the ability to talk, I guess. So we're they just give us a headset and said, hey, just start talking.
Yeah, the members of the HOW group helped me just plug in my phone to charge it. So.
There you go. Hey, there you go. That happens. So they even had you help you plug in your phone. That's good.
Just to keep it charged. That's what these IT students,
Yeah, there you go.
That's what they're here for, to help us, that aren't quite as, technically inclined.
Oh, no, I understand. Yeah, I see my wife down there in the crowd. And usually if I needed my phone to charge, I'd be like, hey, help me hook this up. So believe me, I understand. So the Wolves back to receive. Talifero back deep with McGahey and Mann, the two up backs.
And finally, Eddie Branch, a 1978 graduate.
So here we go. Lindsay are ready to kick off. They don't
Mr. Mapes is still. He's he told me he had 3 pages to read for the.
Is that right?
Yeah. So we're going through the information about Eddie Branch here. I'll shut up so you can maybe listen to Mr. Mapes.
There you go.
1982 with a bachelor's degree in communications. He began a long-time career in the sports world. In his spare time, he enjoyed gardening, barbecuing, camping, and taking care of everyone. And he enjoyed his time at Davis High School and loved being a Davis Wolf. He loved his coaches and teammates and always looked forward to wearing his game jersey crossing fields to see the kids at the elementary school fence to see the players. He also loved his classmates, teachers, and clubs and activities he was able to partake in, especially the class trips to Turner Balls. And he was the first Davis High School graduate to be selected for the All-State team, who was able to first awarded full scholarship to Oklahoma State University, both things he had worked for and was proud of. He formed lifelong friendships that stood both the test of time and distance, as some classmates moved to Texas, some other Oklahoma towns, and he to California. But the best part of the time at Davis High School was relationships he built, especially one. Perhaps it grew, though, in interest in cars and how things worked, and even through sport. He could have been a mixture of both, but one began as a teacher-student association, developed into counselor and membership, before maturing into a deep and lifelong friendship.
So it looks like Trey Owens out there on the field. He is ready to go. The offensive coordinator, he is kind of pacing back and forth, waiting for the end of this introduction. So both teams on the field.
Both teams showing a lot of respect here and letting us dedication here.
So again, nice round of applause for the 3 2019 Hall of Fame inductees.
1978 graduate Eddie Branch.
So, and with that, it is game time, second half.
Well, I tell you what, if that don't get you fired up, I don't know what will.
So both teams looks like came out with some enthusiasm here in the second half. So close game. Expect to see some good stuff here. So the Wolves will start with the ball here in the second half. So here's the kick. It is a shorter kick this time. Ball's going to hit about the 25-yard line, fielded by Talifero. Talifero gets up to around the 32 before he is brought down, so a return of about 7 yards. They're going to mark the ball, it looks like, at the 30-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wolves. 11:55 to go here in the third quarter. Wolves currently trailing 10-7. Ball's going to be at the 31-yard line. Correction there. The first possession of the second half for either team. So Talifero. Dulaney to the line. Full house wishbone lines up behind him. Handoff goes to 22, Parks. Parks is able to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. So it looks like the Wolves are going to go with a little more speed this time in the full house wishbone. They've got Parks up at the fullback there. That's who they hand it off to, trying to kind of catch him a little bit off guard with a little more speed.
Bringing 7 Talifero in as well.
2nd and 8 now from the 33-yard line.
Moving Tomlinson from left to right.
This time the fake goes to the halfback. Dulaney keeps the ball, picks up some nice yardage there. Bring up 3rd and manageable. Got an animated coach on the Lindsay sidelines, and he apparently is trying to urge on his defense there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 now from the 36-yard line.
Yeah, that's just the second option, the second counter to that fullback play. It just looks just like the fullback, just a quarterback follow right behind him.
Yep. They had a little success in the first half with the same play. This time it looks like they're going to line up again in the full house wishbone, tight end to each side. Counter this time to counter goes to looks like the 20 Parker, just not enough there on a 3rd and 5 play. It's going to bring up 4th down, and we are going to punt. Gain of about 2 on that carry. So 4th and 3. The ball's at the 38-yard line. Punt team out on the field. Back to kick for the Wolves.
Snap the football. Parker. Get set up. Catch him off guard.
Ooh, high snap over the head of Parker.
Turn around and
not
kick
a lot
it.
Of rush. He's going to get rid of it. Good punt that time. Much better than the 9-yarder in the first half. This one's going to roll out on the Lindsay side of the field. Ball's going to go out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lindsay at their own 42-yard line. Nice punt that time after what could have been a disastrous play where the snap goes over the punter's head. He's able to recover, get the ball off there. Gets a pretty good punt out of it.
Got a flag on the play, Brad, back here on about the 35-yard line. I'm not sure what's going on there.
I did not see what they're calling here.
They're moving the ball back.
It looks like they are moving the ball back, so looks like the offense is coming back on the field.
Coming out on the field.
So we'll see what they're going to call here, but it looks like the Davis offense is going to go back on the field. It looks like they're going to retain possession here. Did you see what they called? I did not see. They did pick up a 1st down on a penalty. I'm not sure exactly what they called there. Illegal substitution on the defense is what the call is. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 now.
Hey, that's a fortunate break. You know, that's not something we created ourselves. That's a mistake by the Lindsay coaching staff there, so we need to capitalize on it.
So 43-yard line is where the Wolves are at now. Double tight, full house wishbone.
Lindsay's still running people off the sideline.
They're running people on late that time. Again, everybody is within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Handoff goes to Talafero this time, and again, Talafero just has nowhere to go. Is met in the backfield. Again, we're going to have to do a couple things out on the edge there to get them loosen up a little bit.
Shades of Kingston there. I think Lindsay watched the Kingston highlights at halftime or something because they were bringing everybody to snap the football.
So no gain that time. So it's still going to be the ball is going to be placed at the 43-yard line. Again, 2nd and 10 now. So Burks and Parker come off the field. Coming on the field, it looks like, is
Tate Ward.
Tate Ward, again. Ward is going to be split wide. Full house wishbone is going to be lined up behind Dulaney, who's under center, double tight. This time Dulaney tries to keep the, fake handoff, tries to keep it, just kind of gets tripped up there. He picks up a couple yards, but just not enough.
Yeah, I think he tripped actually over center. The center's given up about 150 pounds there against the nose guard and may have just kind of got shoved back into Delaney a little bit.
So the ball is now at the 44-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9, so 3rd and long here.
Yeah, we had some success. I'm waiting to see the a little bit of pitch option like we had against Heritage Hall. We were able to pick up some 1st down yardage against Heritage Hall with the pitch option, but we just haven't seen it quite yet.
So McGahey runs the play onto the field. I would not be surprised to see the ball go to McGahey, but they are in a full house wishbone formation right now.
Man-to-man over there on the outside.
Handoff goes to the up back. The up back does a pretty good job of keeping his feet and falling forward. Parks is the tailback there.
This linesman spotted on the 49, and the one across the field on Lindsay's side got it on about the 48.
So ball's going to be at the 49-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down. The punt team is now back on the field. It's going to be 4th and 5. Ball's at the 48-yard line. So snap goes to Parker. Parker with a nice punt this time.
Get down there, cover.
Booms that
Don't
ball.
Let it go in the end zone.
Ball rolls into the end zone. That's a heck of a punt that time.
Yeah, we'll take that. Start him on the 20.
So Lindsay takes over now. 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. So good job that time by the Wolves of flipping the field at least. After what originally looked like a 3-and-out, are able to retain possession based off the penalty that Lindsay puts forward, and they get a 1st down, move the ball down about midfield, kick the ball into the end zone. It's going to be Lindsay 1st and 10 at their 20. So it looks like Lindsay's going to line up again with twins formation to each side. Quarterback's going to be in a shotgun snap in a pistol formation.
First and 10 at the 20.
Looks like they are looking just to put the ball back in the air. Let's see what we get here.
Tailback for Lindsay, there's number 88.
So that time, receiver makes the first two guys miss, and he is off to the races.
No,
30,
yeah,
25-20. That's going to be a touchdown. 10-5 touchdown by Lindsay. Again, two guys in position to make the tackle. Both of them slip off. And again, after the 80-yard touchdown pass, that's it's Lindsay takes the lead and builds on their lead. Now the score is going to be 16-7 with the extra point to come. So after the 38-yard touchdown pass in the first half, or actually 38-yard completion to set up the 2-yard touchdown run, we now have an 80-yard touchdown
on about a 5-yard pass.
On about a 5-yard pass. So back to kick for the Leopards. Cade Merrill. Snap is up, kick is up, and the kick is good. After that 80-yard touchdown play, again, that is a one-play drive, 80-yard touchdown. The Mac Trailer one scoring recap is a one-play drive for 80 yards, all on the touchdown pass. And with 7:41 to go, it is now 17-7, Lindsay.
$5 gift card sponsored by Beyond Nutrition. Linda Hines is tonight's winner. We still have drawings with fans.
So 7:41 to go in the third quarter. Wolves looking to start their second possession of the second half.
Christy Meats. This will be a blue ticket.
I wondered what that odor was.
Just had the breakdown there on the long play. Two kids in position to make the play just are unable to, and you look up and they've kind of built on that lead. So we got to get some momentum back here.
Yeah, Lindsay's got some athletes. That kid had some quicks. He just got over there, on the sidelines and outran everybody. But definitely had a couple opportunities to bring him down.
So Talaferro back deep to receive the kickoff. Mann and McGahey up as you're up, man. So Merrill back to kickoff now after the
These are usually pretty kickoffs. We need to be able to return some of these.
This time the ball goes to McGahey.
Get some blocking. Block somebody.
Catches the ball about the 20, gets to the eye. He's at the 30, 40, 50, 40, 30, 30, 20. Gets knocked out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. So, again, nice play that time by McGahey. They kicked to who they thought was going to be the weak link, and he made them pay.
Yep.
So, again, went from they fielded the ball at about their own 20, are able to flip the field and go all the way to the opposite 20. So, again, nice run that time by McGahey.
Yeah, special teams playing a role in this football game.
So, again, the ball is going to be marked down at the 22-yard line.
Wolves come out in a double split. We've got Mann and Ward
out
either side.
Wide. So, flex bone.
Yep.
Fake goes to 22. Dulaney keeps the ball, and he is immediately brought down for a loss by two defenders.
Yeah, that's just the number 22. That's just a linebacker shooting the gap, just coming in unblocked and tackling your quarterback.
So that's going to be a loss on first down there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line now.
I'd have to watch that replay. I don't know, fullback or somebody's got to pick that trash up.
So 7:04 to go in the third quarter after the long kick return. The Wolves are in position, but they need to get something going here on 2nd and 12. Dulaney back under center in the flex bone formation. Fake goes to 22. Handoff goes to 20. Parker is able to pick up a couple, but just not much there.
Yeah, Lindsay's just stunting linebackers. I was watching that time. 22's just coming.
So Trey Parker on that run.
Fake 44 high.
So again, pick up of around 1. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 11 from the 23-yard line.
I don't know. I think sometimes the days of defenses reading, keys and doing that kind of. I think defenses are just more aggressive these days. They're, coming to a spot. Linebackers are blitzing, run blitz, pass blitz.
So Mann and
Fake
McGahey
toss, throw
both
it,
in. They're going to throw the ball. McGahey with the touchdown reception, 31-yard touchdown. Dulaney to McGahey. And I'll tell you what, nice play. Snuck out from that tight end position or wing position. just was never picked up.
Delaney
never
had
respected
protection
the
and put the ball on him.
So nice touchdown pass. Again, I said 31. That's actually a 23-yard touchdown pass from Delaney to McGahey, and they line up to kick the extra point. Score now 23-13. So Parker to kick the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. It's going to be 23-14.
6 minutes, 2 seconds left in the third quarter.
17-14.
Yeah, 17.
17-14, I'm sorry.
Yep, field goal, 2 touchdowns. Nice job by the quarterback and receiver. Those two are starting to develop a
All right, so 6:02 to go.
We got it straightened out now, I think. Those two are starting to develop a little bit of a connection there.
So 17-14, 6:02 to go. The Wolves are able to kind of quick strike after the long kick return there. Passing game's able to kind of get something going for the Wolves. And, again, three-point ball game with 6:02 to go in the third quarter.
And that's exactly what we need to do. We need to capitalize on the defensive aggressiveness there. They had, safeties and cornerbacks coming up to defend the run, and we were able to slip a receiver behind them. Nice throw by Delaney. Good protection by the line. Good execution.
We have a winner of the $25 gift certificate to Bistro.
So, again, nice job that time. The Wolves could have panicked a little bit there as Lindsay kind of built a little bit of a lead, kind of expanded on it. And no panic whatsoever. They go right down and get the good kickoff to flip the field and then able to punch it in on a long touchdown pass.
Yeah, it's amazing what good field position will do for your play calling.
Yeah, it makes it a whole lot easier in what you're going to call, doesn't it?
Yes.
2484. If you have that ticket number, please come to the press box.
Got to be solid in our kick coverage here.
So Parker to kick off. This is number 10, Trey Parker. Or excuse me, number 10, Dane Parker.
Get that football.
That's
Get
a live
that football.
ball.
Yes.
Looks like that is a live ball. It's a deep onside kick. Oh, I think that's a terrible
Is he
call by
pointing
the
the right
official.
direction?
It looked
How
like
in the world can it be?
It looked like the Wolves had recovered on a deep onside kick. They're saying the ball hit out of bounds is what it looks like they're saying, that we didn't recover in bounds. Again, the line judge is the one calling it.
The Davis player had possession.
So looks like they're going to give Lindsay back the ball. That's kind of a questionable call there. Again, it looked like the Davis kick team recovered in bounds, but again, I guess it was close enough that they're going to give Lindsay back the ball. Again, 6:02 to go. Lindsay currently leading 17-14. They're going to have the ball at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 receivers to each side for the Leopards. Quarterback in shotgun formation. Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback makes the initial guy miss. Nice open field tackle that time by number 20, Trey Parker.
And again, that's number 86, Lane McKee, for Lindsay, playing tailback back there in the one-back set.
So 6 yards on that gain. Is going to bring up 2nd and 4 from the 44-yard line.
Gain of 6 yards.
Same formation for the Leopards. They're just going to put the ball in there.
Jet
sweep to 14. 14's
Linebacker
got
ran inside the block. And
cornerback he was on the ground down there, had a guy on top of him. So they do pick up the first down here.
14, Singleton. Tackle for the Wolves, 20.
Singleton's a good-looking kid, that number 14 for the Leopards. He's kind of been out and about a couple different plays. Got some good quickness. So he's going to bring up 1st and 10. They are now on the Davis side of the field at the 46-yard line.
He's all right. Good job, Justin Ross, getting off the football field.
So Greg Billy coming in to kind of give him a break a little bit. That time, I'll tell you what, we came up and tried to make the play, and I'll tell you what, it looked like we took the field. I was going to say, looked like we took the hit there.
Yeah.
There is a flag down in the same area where that took place. So, and there is a Davis Wolf defender on the ground. So, we're going to take a quick injury timeout while they take a timeout. You're listening to the HOW broadcast, and we will be back after this.
Personal foul.
So it looks like what Parks is okay. He is off the field. He's still a little bit shooken up there, but they did call personal foul on Lindsay, so the ball is going to be moved back. It's going to be moved back to, looks like about their own 46-yard line. It's going to bring up 1st and 25 now.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. First and
Actually, that's going to be, that's 10,
16 or
about
so.
16 or so. Yeah, that's right.
first and 18.
1st and 18
We'll take
sounds
that.
good, so we'll take that. 5:09 to go here in the third quarter. Lindsay currently leading 17-14. They had a little something going there. The penalty is going to bring them back.
You were off on that one. It was actually 11. You were 12 up there.
So 1st and 18 now. All of the Lindsay coaches on the field right now. Looks like there's going to be a meeting of the officials. I don't know exactly if there's a timeout here or what's going on, but Lindsay players trying to hype their fans up here to make some noise. Again, 5:09 to go. Lindsay currently 5:09 to go in the third quarter. Lindsay currently leading 17-14. Got any district scores here to report?
Yeah, it looks like Comanche is leading Colgate in the third quarter with 5 minutes to go. That score, 5-0.
Boy, you talk about a weird score right there. A safety and a field goal.
Yep, Comanche at Colgate. Number 9, you know, the Kingston team we just played last week. Kingston stayed in the top 10 there, beating Tishomingo in the third quarter 54-0.
Yep.
$50 gift certificate sponsored by B&M Record. Won tonight by Mona Osborne. So congratulations, Mona, winning the $50 gift certificate.
So the Wolves defense back onto the field now.
We'll also have Dixon, the 1 and 2 Dixon squad going against Marietta. That score 35-0 at halftime. Dixon leading.
So you know my oldest graduated from Marietta, and he told me that Marietta is yet to score a point this year offensively. So they have definitely struggled, it sounds like, on offense. So here we go.
5 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Looks like now I don't know what the penalty is. They are
We had a
waving the
personal
penalty
foul.
off.
Boy, Lindsay is.
I'm not sure exactly. That's a strange call. What was 1st and 18 is now going to bring up. See where they're going to mark it.
First and
3. I don't know how
No,
that's
I
possible.
understand.
It's got to be second down, I would assume.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
so
got a
2nd and
down
3.
marker. But how does an official who calls a personal foul get his mind changed after a Lindsay timeout?
That's an interesting turn of events. So what was a long first down play is now a short second down play. Parker onto the field now to confirm with the officials what the heck's going on here. Again, 2nd and 2 from the 39-yard line is what Lindsay is currently saying. Leopards are going to come back out in twins formation, shotgun formation again. Lindsay trying to call a play while the officials are on the field with the Davis coaches.
You know, we're not going to win that. Coach Parker's just, trying to get his side of the story out there. Maybe we'll get one down the road here. We'll see.
So here we go, 5:09 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I tell you what, Lindsay's getting up. Our Davis fans need to get up too. Come on, defense, let's do something. 8's wanting the football. He's looking at his quarterback saying, bring it to me.
Cooper Webb there looked
Now,
like a...
why is this linesman on this side not calling that offsides, but the one on the Lindsay side is calling that offsides with a Davis defensive lineman on this side of the field? That is not his call.
Well, either way it worked, Cooper Webb called for the offsides. Again, it looked to me like he may have got back.
And maybe he was offsides. But I'm just telling you, this lineman with the best view of that defensive end did not make that call, but the one on the Lindsay sidelines, listening to the Lindsay coaches, did.
So here we go. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 now from the 34-yard line. Shotgun formation, handoff goes to the up back. He is brought down immediately that time. Good job by the defense. That was number 72, Gavin Moore, and 78, Greg Billy in on the tackle. Again, just didn't Nice job clogging the middle by both of those young men, just not letting anything get going. They've got Webb now out at defensive end with a lot of beef in the center.
Yep, Lindsay's going to get the ball outside now.
So bad snap this time. Quarterback is still fighting the ball. He is brought down for a loss. So opportunistic defense that time. A bad snap. Quarterback has to fall on the ball, and they're able to drop him for a loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and about 17 yards, it looks like, from the 41-yard line.
Yeah, I'm trying my best not to discuss karma at this point because it is 3rd down, and I'll wait till after this play.
Let's wait till after this series. So 3:56 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Lindsay leading 17-14 on the Wolves side of the field, facing a 3rd and 17. Twin formation to both sides, shotgun formation for the Leopards. Looking to throw the ball, throw a screen.
They are holding outside. We've got outside with the screen. 77 was holding.
Oh, and then we have 3.
We've got it. We've got the
we
flag.
do have a flag coming back.
We've got the flag.
And I didn't think we were going to get it, which is great. They're in the end zone celebrating, but there is a flag, so it's going to be brought back.
That time the hold was obvious. He did it early.
Well, even without the hold, though, that receiver did a heck of a job. Made about 4 different defenders miss.
Yeah, I mean. That didn't change, us not.
It was an obvious outside hold, though. There's no doubt about that. So after the 3rd and 17
number
play,
77 there going to the sidelines to get the congratulations from his line coach there, probably.
So it's going to be moved. The ball's going to be moved back all the way to the Leopard side of the field now. Illegal block in the back is what they called. I didn't see the block in the back, but I did hear the hold.
Yeah, well, I think, once he got hooked up, the defensive player kind of turned his back and got the attention of the official.
Ball's
there
moved all the way back to the 48-yard line.
Get up there. Get up there.
They throw the ball downfield. That time actually bounced off the defender's helmet. Not a good pass. They're unable to corral that pass. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Had a couple of defenders in position there. Would like to have, possibly come up with that Oski there.
So 4th and 27. They're going to punt the ball now from their side of the field. They've got the ball at about the 48-yard line. Parker back at around the 10, looking to field the ball. This is number 10, Dane Parker.
And again, I'm tempted to say that karma bit him on that series there, but we'll wait and see what happens here.
A lot of pressure that time. Not a good punt. It's going to take a nice roll, though. It's going to roll within
we're not fielding the ball. We're not fielding the football.
That one I would have definitely liked to see us field. The ball's going to roll down to around the 6-yard line. Davis is going to take possession from their own 6. Again, ball hit about the 10-yard line, took about a 4-yard roll there, and came to a stop there. Just outside I was hoping it was going to roll into the end zone. Didn't happen. 3:16 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lindsay currently leading 17-14. This will be 1st and 10 for the Wolves from their own 6-yard line. So Dulaney back under center. He's going to have a full house wishbone line up behind him. Handoff goes to Talafero. Talafero's got a little room there. He's able to pick up a nice run on 1st down. Picks up about 7 yards.
Tackle the number 1, Seth Perry. Out to the 11-yard line.
I didn't like that spot. Only spotted him about 5 yards there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the 11. Number 8, Lathan Dickinson in to replace Talafero. Wolves back out, 2 tight end look with the full house wishbone behind the quarterback. Again, everybody at the line of scrimmage for Lindsay. Handoff this time it goes to, I think that was Dickinson who did get the ball there. Picks up a short gain. Actually, on that one, I believe that was actually Parks who got the handoff. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now from the 13-yard line. Trey Parker in to replace Dickinson.
About 3rd and 4 here. We need to pick up a first down.
So they've got it marked as a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 right in that general area. So handoff goes to
nothing doing.
There's a pile. There's either way it works. Whoever it went to, it's not going to pick up a first down. He's going to be stopped short.
About a yard short. Yeah.
Looks like that time it was number 20. Again, 20 is Trey Parker.
4th and a yard.
Coaches are discussing this decision here.
So again, about 4th and 1.
Line up and go try to draw them off sides. You don't have to send that play in.
So 4th and 1, minute 13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Talaferro is going to run a play on. Let's see what they call here. See if it's just an intent to draw them off sides or a quick kick. But
got number 79 there right in the center, so kind of a stopper there for the quarterback sneak.
They did go for it. And the quarterback falls forward. You know, that's a gutsy call from their own 15-yard line, basically, to pick up the first down. Didn't think Trey or Coach Owens there was going to go for it on his offense, but he sure did.
And that almost looked like a silent count. I didn't see, a lot of the offensive line move besides maybe the center and the quarterback, and then bring the fullback in to kind of help him.
It was definitely a silent count. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line now. Able to pick up the first down there.
I was afraid that, close to 300-pounder there, 79 in the center was going to be able to clog that up, but we were able to get the job done.
So full house wishbone again, double tight. Handoff goes to Cooper Webb this time. Webb able to make the first couple guys miss, fall forward there. That's really the first time tonight Cooper has kind of got a little bit of momentum behind him, able to kind of fall forward there, pick up a some good yardage on first down. Pick up about 4, 3, 4, right in that range. On a straight dive there.
And that's going to bring us to the 4th quarter, Brad.
So we are 4th quarter. Good game, 17-14. Lindsay currently leads the Wolves with the ball. Looking at a 2nd and 7 from the 21-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, yards are just kind of hard to come by. When you have to go for it for 4th down on your own 15-yard line, I mean.
Yeah, that's that.
I mean, hey, if it works.
If it works, it
works.
If
everybody's
you're
proud
a genius,
of it.
Right?
If it works, the kids did a good job, and if it doesn't work, the coach is an idiot.
Yep, that's usually the way it works, right?
Yeah.
Again,
you know what? I feel like our kids ought to, get something from that. And sometimes I tell you what, we've been in situations. I know personally, and with discussing with other teams, there's been situations where the coaches come out on the field. That one was called from the sidelines, but we've had times where there's been a timeout, and the coach will look at the lineman and say, "Hey, what do you guys want to do?
Yep.
You guys tell me. Your decision." And they'll say, "Coach, run it to the right side," or "Coach, run it to the left side."
Nice time. Nice job that time, too, by Tanner Claxton, just kind of getting the push up front just enough to get that first down.
Yeah, Tanner Claxton and both guards, everybody that was up there, we'll give it to the whole line right then. Good job.
So 4th quarter, Wolves currently trailing 17-14, just started the 4th quarter, so a whole 12 minutes remaining in the ball game. Looks like the Wolves this time are going to line up in a pistol formation. One receiver to each side, double tight end.
McGahey over here on the near side.
Actually, I say a pistol formation. It looks like it may be a heavy set. It is a heavy set. So bad snap. Cooper Webb is able to get able to pick the bad snap up. Just kind of picks up a little bit of, that could have been a disaster.
Yeah, he's going to lose yardage there.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a turnover.
Correct.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 after that loss.
No, 3rd.
No, it's going to be more than that. It'll be 3rd and 13. Ball's marked all the way back to the 15-yard line, Davis's own 15.
3rd and long for the 15-yard line.
So man split wide. Looks like
McGahey or Escobar. Sorry.
That looks like, I think that's
Diego
Tate Ward or Diego possibly. I think that is Tate Ward. They look to throw the ball. The ball goes to Parker. Parker has got a little room to run. It's going to be short of the first down, but nice play to pick up some positive yardage, almost pick up the first down.
Tackle for Lindsay.
So Dulaney that time hits Parker out of the backfield on a little crossing route. picks up some positive yardage, but it's still going to bring up about 4th and 5. So they're gonna punt from their own 24-yard line.
Is this you went for it on 4th down before?
Nice punt. Ball's going to hit about the 40-yard line. He makes his initial guys miss. I'll tell you what, 14 is still going. He's at the 20, 15, 10. He's brought down. He got hammered down there by number 10. I believe that was Parker down there that hammered him, but nice return. Just kind of outran the coverage that time.
He we returned the kick.
We did.
He fielded the punt.
Yep. So good field position this time by Lindsay. Currently leading 17-14.
You just mentioned that young man not too long ago, and he sure showed what he had right there. Picked up the ball, in traffic.
Made those two guys miss, and there was a
everybody
lane
to the sidelines except for Dane Parker kind of took care of him to keep him out of the end zone.
So he's able to get the ball all the way down to the Davis 13-yard line. So they're already within the PT Central red zone, currently leading 17-14 with 10:28 to go. Handoff goes to 8, this time at tailback. Tailback makes the first guy miss. He's got a couple guys kind of hanging on his legs, and they're able to bring him down after a gain of about 6 yards.
Yeah, I was able to find a lane right there in the middle of the Wolf defense.
So Gavin Moore back onto the field here, replacing Greg Billy at nose guard.
Good job, Greg Billy.
So 2nd and 5 now at the 8-yard line, looking to throw the ball. They're going to put the ball in the end zone. Nice play that time by the defense.
By 7.
Talafero undercut the route, able to knock the ball down.
And that was just a little bit of just cross the first down marker and look back for the ball, and Talafero was able to make a play on it. Tight enough coverage.
It's going to bring up 3rd down now, 3rd and 5 from the 8-yard line. Again, you got a wing T look now with running back to each side. Handoff goes to 8. 8 is tripped up in the backfield.
Davis had a little bit of a linebacker stunt coming that time. Looked like number 8.
Number Lathan Dickinson there.
Yep, 22. I'm sure we had more than him. He was just the one that came free and was able to change that young man's direction.
So brings down a loss of 1 to bring up a 4th and 6. Again, looks like they're going to line up and kick a field goal here. 8 showed the leg earlier. Let's see what he's got this time. Again, 9:29 to go. Currently leading 17-14.
We just have to do something to disrupt it. The young man's definitely capable of making this.
So not a good snap, but he is able to get the field. He's able to get the ball down, and nice kick that time. Field goal is good. So again,
score. We're still within a touchdown.
Score is now 20-14. Lindsay, that Mac Trailer scoring recap. Again, we're looking at 3 plays there, a total of 13 yards. The field goal there from the 8-yard line, make the ball game now 20-14. We'll take a real quick break here, and we'll be back for the kickoff. You're listening to the Howell production of Davis Wolf football. So we are back. Lindsay currently leading 20-14 with 9:18 to go in the ball game. Lindsay about to kick off. Back deep for the Wolves is number 7, Talafero, and then also number 31, McGahey, and number 13, Mann. Looks like Lindsay having a little bit of issues with the kick where it keeps rolling off the tee here. That young man, number 8 for Lindsay's had a heck of a game. Kicked 2 field goals. He's ran the ball a lot. He's caught the ball a bunch. He has been an integral part of their entire game plan on all 3 sides. So the kick is up. The kick is going to land at about the 20-yard line. It's going to be fielded by McGahey. McGahey's down almost immediately.
Yeah, it looked like we had guys blocking along that left side, but not as much in the middle where he decided to kind of bring the football.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Wolves at their own 30-yard line.
52. Axel Stephen on the stop for Lindsay. Wolves have it 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Okay, Dustin, here I'd like to see about a 9-minute and 14-second drive resulting in a touchdown.
Yep, that's what everybody wearing red on this side is looking for.
So man out wide at receiver. Looks like flexbone formation on the opposite receiver. I can't tell if I think that's Dickinson, or not Dickinson, but quarterback's going to keep the ball. Makes the first two guys miss. Great job that time by Dulaney of just kind of fighting off what looked like it was going to be a loss and picks up some positive yardage there.
Yeah, Delaney did an excellent job right there. That was just like,
picked up 5 yards on nothing being available.
A fist fight in a phone booth and nobody got hit. I mean, he was just doing everything possible to keep making positive yards.
So 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line. I'm starting to see Lindsay, some of their bigger guys there with their hands on their hips, which, again, these guys have been playing a lot of downs. So quarterback this time with the option out to Talafero. Talafero is, I'll tell you, Talafero's still on his feet. He's got able to get the ball down to around the 40, looks like about the 46-yard line, but they're going to add 15 on that because there was definitely a face mask involved there.
Yeah.
So the play was intended to go to the right. He started going right. That face mask makes him go back left and ends up picking up some good positive yardage off of that play.
Yeah, young man showed some fire right there. I like that. Showed some intensity.
2 flags down, actually. 8:27 to go here in the fourth quarter. 20-14, Lindsay currently leading. We've got a personal foul face mask against the defense. There's one foul.
Give him another one.
Personal foul.
Oh, they called an offsetting penalty there. I don't know what they called personal foul on the Wolves
We've seen that signal before this year, and I've yet to figure out what it is.
I have no idea what they actually called. Tell you what, I've not been a fan of the officiating crew this evening. Some of the calls they've been making, but again, you still got to win the football. 20-14, Lindsay currently leading.
So we'll just call it do-overs right there.
That's what it looks like. 2nd and 5. Again, ball's back at the 35-yard line. So offsetting penalties.
2nd and 5.
So nice run that time by Talafero. Got his head just about ripped off, and then unfortunately it goes for nothing after the offsetting penalty. Dulaney again runs the option. That pitch goes out to Parker. Parker is able to pick up a couple, but not a whole lot there.
Again, that takes experience. Delaney may have pitched it a little bit too early that time. We kind of had a defensive end isolated over there, and we were asking. I was looking for the pitch option earlier, and I got it, and we made some positive yards.
Big play here. 3rd and 3 from the 37-yard line, their own 37. 7:45 to go in the ball game. Wolves currently trailing 20-14 to the Leopards. Dulaney under center, heavy formation to the right. Cooper Webb, quarterback is going to keep. He's going to go forward, and I think he picked up the first down. Nice run that time. Kind of just followed behind Cooper Webb, who kind of set the edge there.
Again, kind of starts left and winds his way back right.
Didn't pick up a lot, but picked up enough for the first down, which is what we need. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10. Ball is now at the 40-yard line.
Past the 40-yard line. Gain of 3 yards for Delaney.
So needed 3, picked up 3. Dulaney back under center, flexbone formation. Webb lines up behind him as the sole back.
Watch McGahey over here.
Okay, and that is where they're going to go. The ball is up in the air.
Go get it.
McGahey with the catch comes down to about the 28-yard line. I'll tell you what, that's became quite the play. You first saw it last week against Kingston on a 4th and 18, and picks up the first down. That's a gain of a 31-yard pass completion there. So ball comes all the way down to the 29-yard line now.
And it's another one. First down.
Yeah, just kind of had a feeling McGahey kind of had not lined up quite as wide as he usually did. It looked like kind of the fade route that we saw against Kingston.
So 6:41 to go in the ball game. The Wolves currently trailing 20-14 to the Leopards, but in business here on this offensive series.
I say send him this time. Just send him.
So Dulaney hands off to Cooper Webb. Webb this time picks up a couple.
There's just no blocking, no hole over there. I don't know if I know we've kind of, had that play tonight to be a little bit more off tackle, but just nothing there.
So Webb out, Parks in. Also coming in is McGahey and Mann.
And number 1, the gentleman that kind of got picked on the pass play, is going to the sidelines. They brought in 15 in his spot.
it was not, from a defensive standpoint, that play was not played well.
No, he never knew where the football was at.
Heavy set this time. Quarterback is going to keep it. Kind of was a little bit slow on the way he tried to read it. I think he reacted a little bit too slow, and that's going to be a drop for no gain now. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9. The ball is at the 28-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down for the Wolves at the Lindsay 28.
Big down.
So
they all are here with 5.5 minutes to go in this game. They're all big now to try to take the lead.
Tate Ward and Dane Parker in the game. Again, Ward out deep, man out deep. Dulaney under center. Dulaney,
hit your wing back,
he's looking to throw. Oh, he throws it to the other team. That is not what we needed right there. Tried to set up a backside screen. I don't know if he saw the defender, but threw directly to the defender, and it's an interception with 5:11 to go. Lindsay will now take over the ball at their own 25-yard line.
Inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Our defense needs to get the ball back. We've got plenty of time. We need a 3-and-out here and give your offense and give Delaney another shot.
Fans, the Davis band had a raffle tonight. We've had drawings. 219.
Yeah, I think Dulaney would like to have that one back.
Yeah, it was well covered. He was just trying to make a play.
So handoff goes to number 86. 86 is brought down for a short gain there.
Go to the hamburger fry on the north end of Woodfield.
Boy, I don't like that spot either. It looked like he picked up about a yard there, and they're gonna give him around 4 on that carry.
Please go to the hamburger fry at the north end of Woodfield.
So ball at the 27-yard line.
Need to
Bring
stop
up second
here.
and 7.
Need to stop defense. This is to give us another chance.
So 4:41 to go in the ball game.
I don't feel like Lindsay's going to throw the ball here. If they do, it'll be just a little hitch.
I see potentially maybe a screen, maybe, if we see anything like that. I don't think you're going to see any of it.
Lindsay's just winding clock down off the clock here. They're using every second.
Handoff goes to the up back, 86, able to leap over that initial pile. Ross and Moore and Webb all made an initial pile. Was able to leap over it.
Yeah, you got to have linebackers feeling there. Can't let him fall forward.
So the ball is now at the 33-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Again, I feel like it's going to be the same player, quarterback draw. I don't think they're going to chance throwing the ball here. We got to need a big stop on their side of the line of scrimmage.
So two receivers to each side for the Leopards.
Yeah, 10 seconds left to snap the ball. Lindsay will use most of it.
86 is about to get the ball in the handoff would be my bet right here, but we're going to
jet.
They're going to jet sweep
Come
it.
get it.
Just couldn't short game, but we needed to get them in the background there, backfield there, and that's going to be a positive yardage and a first down. 3:34 to go in the ball game. Leopards trying to run the clock out here, leading 20-14.
Picks up a first down for Lindsay.
Yep, you got to have people going to meet that play. You can't sit back and let it come to you, and preferably more than one.
Other winners tonight in the band.
So that clock continues to tick. We've got twin receivers to each side, pistol formation for the offense.
Come on, linebackers! You know they're going to run the football. Get the football. Good
three that time. Just going to tuck the ball and run.
Yeah.
It looked like we had him in the backfield, but we bit on the fake and tackled the ball carrier. He actually didn't have the ball.
Nice fake by the quarterback.
Yeah, nice
good
fake.
Play.
Kind of just tucked the ball and got around the edge there. It's going to bring up 1st and 10. Actually, I say that. It's not. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 3 or 4 yards here. Ball's at the 44-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 by the 44.
Handoff goes to the up back. He's able to pick up the first down. It's 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go. I'll tell you what, this clock is quickly going away.
Yeah, with these first downs, Lindsay's offensive line is just kind of winning right now. Got to make a play on the football now. It's not just about tackling them 5 yards, after the pickup. So we need to get the football.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Again, Lindsay in no hurry to get the play call in. Want to eat as much clock as they can. Twin formation each side, shotgun formation. Handoff goes to 8. He's met in the backfield.
Had a couple reaching for it.
Number 8, Merrill. He stood up by the
It's going to be a loss that time. Again, 2:25 to go in the ball game.
Coach Parker
timeout this time. So with that timeout, we will also take a quick timeout.
Maybe get a word in from our sponsors. Maybe get a commercial in here before we come back to the last 2 minutes and 25 seconds of this ball game. We need a defensive stand.
You're listening to Davis Wolf Football. We'll be back. Okay, we are back. 2:25 to go. Lindsay currently leading 20-14, and Lindsay, the Leopards, with the ball, facing 2nd and 11 from their own 46-yard line. This time fake goes to 15. 15, we are completely fooled on that reverse. He's going to pick up a first down.
Again, good play calling. I mean, Lindsay knows we're kind of being aggressive and chasing the football, so they run a little quick reverse to a fast receiver.
Ball is going to be a 1st and 10 now at the 42-yard line. Just over 2 minutes to go in the ball game.
I think Tough Hammonds was maybe the only one that saw that coming and luckily tripped up that ball carrier.
Everybody else flowed with the original fake. That reverse just kind of caught him off guard.
Yeah, that's good play
nice
calling.
Play call. It's the first time we've seen it tonight.
Yeah, and it's not coming from, the outside receiver position. He's coming from the inside receiver position, so it's not, not as big of it's a quicker play.
So back in this wing T look, the handoff goes to 8, and he's going to be dropped again for a loss. Strip the ball if they're going to. You got him stood up like that,
Number 8, Merrill.
It's going to be a loss of down, or excuse me, it's going to be a loss of yardage on that down. It's going to be bringing up 2nd and 12 now. Again, minute 43 to go.
Yeah, Coach Parker called
another timeout.
Yep. I don't know if that's the last one or not, but.
So ball's going to be marked back at the 44-yard line, 2nd and 12. Again, you got to get off the field here. You should expect at least 2 more plays. Got to limit as much time off the clock as you can.
Oh, I think even in this position, Lindsay's going to go for it on 4th
down. Oh, of course they are. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no real negative to doing that at this point.
No.
Again, with a 6-point lead with 1:43 to go. Lindsay on the Davis side of the field at the 44-yard line.
Lindsay going with 2 halfbacks either side of the quarterback this time.
Got that wing T look again. Handoff goes back to 8. He's got a couple blockers in front of him.
There's nobody over there.
Tell you what, they that time you had a couple blockers in front of him.
Yeah,
picks up the first down.
And Lindsay just kind of went with the calculations there and said we're kind of getting stuffed in the middle, so we're not going to run the middle. They run jet sweep,
running outside.
And ran outside.
So again,
far outside to the sidelines, and they've got guys quick enough to get out there.
Minute 35 to go in this ball game, and again, Wolves are going to need something kind of miraculous here to get in here.
We need the balls. Yeah, I think they're going to take a knee here.
So, yep, you are right. Direct snap, takes the knee. Again, that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Again, actually that's going to bring up 2nd and about 15 or 16 here. Wolves take their last time out. So Lindsay currently leading 20-14. Minute left in the ball game. Trying to run out the clock here. Just took a direct snap and knee. So I'm assuming that's what we're going to see 2 more times here.
Again, we had a chance. We had the football and we're driving.
On the Lindsay 25-yard line when the turnover took place, and unfortunately, fortunately, kind of unable to recover there, unable to get the ball back. Lindsay doing a good job here offensively, kind of driving the field when they needed to. Not doing anything super tricky, just running the ball.
Not making any mistakes, not making any penalties. So.
Loss of 5. 2nd and 15 for the 32.
So again, they take a direct snap, take a knee. It's going to bring up 3rd and 15. Actually, it's going to bring it back again, so it'll probably be closer to 3rd and 17 or 18 now. But again, under a minute left in the ball game.
Play clock is at 25 seconds, and the game clock is at 50. So they'll have to snap it 2
they're going to have
times.
to snap it twice, but I expect that's what we're going to see here.
Yeah.
They'll just let the clock they'll snap it here and then let the clock expire on 4th down. So 23 seconds left, 38 seconds on the play clock. That's going to be ball game right there. So Lindsay with the 20-14 win over the Wolves. It's going to bring Davis to 0-2 in district, 0-4 on the year. Again, the Heritage Hall game being a non-qualifying game either for a win or a loss. So 20-14 is going to be the final. Davis looks to get onto the winning side of the next Friday. They are going to be on the road. So next week, last year, this coming game they will be at Dixon. Last year, that game determined who would make the playoffs and who wouldn't. Again, Dixon winning last year at Davis to get in the playoffs and break the Wolves' consecutive playoff streak. Again, they weren't the only loss. Obviously, we had others, but again, that game turned out to be
pivotal
to determine who actually made the playoffs. So again, I've got a feeling next week will be another important game for the Wolves. Looks like the Dixon score earlier. Do you have the updated score on that one? Or
give me 1 second here and I'll get it for you.
See if we can find out how Dixon did this evening.
Update on the Comanche-Colgate game. Comanche 27, Colgate 0.
Colgate has really struggled this year after a 10-2 year last year.
Update Kingston 56, Tishomingo 6. That's a final. And in what I'm showing them, the latest update was still in the 3rd quarter. Dixon was leading Marietta 48-0.
So it sounds like Dixon is definitely going to come out with the win in that game. I believe Dixon was 1-2 going into that game, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that evens up their record at 2-2. So again, this is each of these games are important, but next week's going to be another important one if the Wolves are wanting to get that first win of the year and kind of build some momentum for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and we kind of knew this coming in. I mean, we knew it was a murderer's row, set up here at the beginning of our schedule. Last year's district champion and last year's district runner-up, both,
back-to-back there.
I can't remember. I know Lindsay didn't Lindsay get beat in the first round of the playoffs? I believe we saw that stat.
I cannot remember what they did. Now I know Kingston went to the quarters where they got beat.
Yep.
But again, both of these teams, Davis has got a little momentum the last 2 weeks. They've played better each week. Haven't been able to capitalize with the win yet. But again, there's a team that's made improvements the last 2 weeks against what should be, I think, the best 2 teams in their district. So again, I expect some good things for us the rest of this season. But we're gonna have to build, and we got to get that first win. That first win, then see where we go from there.
And we're hearing some good news about Cole Martin as well.
Yep, saying he may be back.
We're hearing the deal.
That'd be big.
Yeah. I mean, just morally, to get get a quarterback back, get a senior leader back.
Even if he can just play defense, it's another weapon back there.
Whatever the coaches decide on, what's going to happen in that scenario. But another tough loss here for the Davis Wolves.
So everybody's been listening. This has been the Howls broadcast of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. My name is Brad Bentley, and I'm with Dustin Johnson here.
Yep. Thank everyone for watching. Thank our sponsors for supporting the program.
Got to thank our sponsors, like always. You bet.
Yep. Jones Jewelry. You guys know who they are.
Jones Jewelers, Mack Trailer, Army National Guard,
Mike Hellick
PT
Chevrolet.
Central, Mike Hellick Chevrolet. You know, these guys, they're huge supporters for the program. They make all this stuff go for us. Also, we always have to reach out and say thank you to Boyd Fulton, our historian, statistician. That gentleman is extremely important to the broadcast and to Dustin and I. He gives us information that each week we use in the broadcast, and I'll tell you what, he is a wealth of information. So
he's the Wikipedia of Davis football.
There you go. Well, there we go. So after the loss tonight, the Wolves are on the road next week against Dixon. If you are unable to attend the game, hook up with us on YouTube. You can watch the Howls production of the ball game. The Ground and Pound Wishbone Show will be on the road next week, and we hope you either come to the game or watch us live. So we'll see you next week. Thank you for listening to the Howls broadcast of Wool Football.